Hi, I'm Erica. Today I'd like to tell you my story about Crohn's. So when I was 19, I got a fistula. Over the course of the next 2 years, I developed a lot of symptoms of Crohn's. I finally got a colonoscopy and they told me that I had Crohn's. I felt quite helpless and hopeless about the future because I was told that I was going to be sick for the rest of my life and there wasn't really anything that could be done about it. I did go on steroids, corticosteroids for a while, and after a few months got put on Imuran, and I was very allergic to Imuran. It gave me 103-degree fevers and extreme pain in my back and leg. Even though the doctors said that I wasn't allergic to it, I knew that I was, so I stopped taking it. And when I had been going to the hospital with the allergic reaction, the doctors had taken fluid out of my spine, saying that I might have meningitis. And so I also had very strong side effects from that, where I couldn't sit or stand without throwing up. So after this experience with the allergic reaction and the lumbar puncture, I lost a lot of faith in the doctors because they told me to keep taking the medication even though I was so sick from it that I thought that I might die. So once I had that experience, I had to quit my job and I had no energy left. I couldn't walk to the end of my street anymore, and I was much sicker than I had been when I only had Crohn's. So at that point, the only medicine that was left as an option for me was Humira, and I just was not comfortable taking Humira. If you want to know more about why, you can always ask. I did a lot of research about it when that was my option and discovered a lot of information that made my personal choice was that I did not want to go on Humira. So at that point, I felt very alone, and I started watching YouTube videos about a girl with a colostomy bag. That's where they divert your feces. Instead of it going through your colon, they put it out through a bag. They always told me that I would have to get a colostomy bag if I didn't take the medication. So at the side of the YouTube video that I was watching by that girl, there was a suggested video by this guy named Crohn's Boy. And I just clicked on it. I was basically looking for any information about Crohn's. And he started talking about having almost the same symptoms that I started out with, including a fistula. And he was talking about how he went on this specific carbohydrate diet. Well, I'll talk more about the diet in another video because it would take some explaining. But essentially, it's from this book. It's written by a PhD woman whose child had colitis, and it's a very reliable source of information. It basically helps to remove the overgrowth of bacteria in your intestines in a very gentle way in order to allow your body to heal. Or you could also look up the book yourself. It's called Breaking the Vicious Cycle. And I started doing the diet the next day, and within a few days I was already starting to feel better. It had very quick effects for me. It's different for every person. And over the course of the next few months, I felt better and better and better, and I did the diet for a year. So in addition, I started making kefir, my own kefir, and bone broth, as well as kombucha. I started eating a lot more anti-inflammatory foods, and I'm going to make a series of videos that go into each of these things that I used in order to heal myself of Crohn's, with the hope that it will help you not only with Crohn's, but with any digestive illness that you might have. Please ask me questions in the comments if you have any, and if you're feeling like I was, which was hopeless and depressed, please know that you do not have to be in that state forever. You won't be sick forever. There are ways that you can heal, and you can do these things yourself, even on a low budget. I didn't have a lot of money or anything. I just bought what I needed and I made a lot of the stuff myself. And of course, you can take this information and try it and use what works for you. Discover what works for you. That's a huge part of this. So I'm going to tell you what worked for me, and what worked for me has worked for many, many other people, and you can just take what you like out of that information and use it in your own life. And thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Bye.